Yo, what is up? Paps here, back with another video, and today we're coming at you with another episode of the Air Roll Chronicles. In the last two videos, I convinced you guys to start using directional air roll, and then we talked about some more basic slash beginner trainings, techniques, whatever. And now we're going to be talking about some more intermediate slash advanced training. And we're going to combine some topics that I have talked about in some separate videos that I would like to consolidate into a singular video. That includes changing directions in the air, coming off the wall, and also just talking about not using air roll too much, because I feel like some people like to overdo it and hold down directional air roll the whole time they're aerialing and not exactly giving themselves time and their car to adjust on the aerial. And I'll explain more as we get to that topic. And yeah, so let's just get right into it. So first, this is going to be tips, a good sense to know if you're ready to be talking about and focusing more on these tips is, are you comfortable doing this? Going from this side of the field, just kind of air rolling, keeping your car in the air, you know, coming off the wall and going to the other side. And if you're not comfortable doing this, you know, staying in the air and just landing on wall to wall, then you're definitely not ready for these tips and tricks. And you should definitely keep focusing on, you know, keeping your car in the air, not having those blackout moments where you're kind of falling to the ground and turning upside down and not really able to control your car. So yeah, if you're able to do this, then hey, stay in the video. Let's get it. Let's talk about these things. First and foremost, let's talk about turning in the air. And the way that I like to think about it, and the way that I taught myself how to do it, and something that has helped other people, is pointing your nose where you want to go. And of course, you're going to say, oh, Paps, oh, point your nose where I got to go. Of course. But let's break it down a little bit more and be a little bit more specific. So in the last video, we talked about combining the air roll movements and talking about, you know, combining the reverse tornado spin and the tornado spin and keeping your nose pointed up. So that same concept will apply when you're trying to change direction. But you don't need to be air rolling the entire time you're in the air to change direction. Let me just give you an example. So if I'm going this way, you know, forward, and I want to go this way to the left, I don't have to be going like this the whole time, right? You know, I don't have to be air rolling the whole time and switching to that direction. What I can be doing is maybe I'm air rolling this way. I kind of give myself time to adjust, turn my car, then start air rolling again. Do you see the difference there? I'll show you guys again. So this is air rolling the whole time, going forward, then to the left. But more efficiently, I can do this and turn my car that way. It is a subtle difference, but what I'm doing is I'm letting go of my air roll left button. I'm literally turning my car to the left, keeping my nose pointed in that direction, and then continuing my air roll. And to keep my car sturdy and keep it pointed where I want it to go, I'm combining tornado spin and reverse tornado spin. So again, I'm doing this, turning my car left, and then I'm combining the movements again. As you can see with my stick, I'm, you know, moving it in those directions. You don't need to be air rolling the whole time to keep control of your car. A lot of people overdo it, and we're going to be talking about that. Like I said, using less air roll can sometimes be more. Less is more. Isn't that like a phrase or something? I don't know. So yeah, don't overdo it. You don't got to be air rolling the whole time. Of course, it is good to practice. It is good to overdo it in practice, because that way, you know, making it more difficult for yourself can make it easier in game when you don't necessarily have to do that. But don't always be overusing that air roll button. Especially in game, you want to be more efficient. You don't want to use too much boost on aerials. So keep in mind, efficiency is key. Less air roll can sometimes be more, and don't overdo it, especially when it comes to turning in the air. Again, point your nose in the direction you want to go, and then use air roll to correct your car and keep control of your car. Of course, you could be saying, oh, just do this, just do this, just do this, you know, point your nose without using air roll at all. But very clearly, the movements in the air are a lot more janky, a lot less controlled. I don't really have full control of my car like this. It looks really weird. I'm not going to be able to contact the ball in the direction that I want, clearly, because I'm not able to point my car in the right direction. So like I said, use air roll, put your car in the position, and then use the tornado spin, reverse tornado spin, whatever, all those movements on the left stick to correct your car and get it going again and make it nice and sturdy. I feel like I explained that pretty well. Feel free to, in the comments, I can try to explain it better. But that is how I taught myself how to change direction. And like I said, just pay attention to your nose and use the correct movements to adjust your car in that direction. Another really important tip for directional air roll is use regular air roll. We'll talk about this in a future video. I do plan on making a video specifically on the importance of air roll and using it in conjunction with directional air roll. But I figured I would at least mention it when it comes to those little adjustments, maybe in the air like this. Use that air roll button to maybe turn your car a little bit. So for example, I'm using air roll left, so obviously my car has to air roll all the way to the left if I want to get it back turned this way. So maybe instead of using air roll left and turning my car all the way around to get it back to going towards that direction, maybe I just do it quickly like that. I pressed my square button and did a quick little turn in the other direction. And that goes for when I'm doing stuff like this too. If I'm going to be going for a wall read, sometimes I'll go like this. And I don't know if you guys can see on the controller input, you can see I quickly press the square button to adjust my car quickly. Again, I am using directional air roll like 95% of the time, as you can see in the controller input. But there are those quick little times where I am pressing square quickly to adjust my car in maybe a way that wouldn't be as efficient with directional air roll. And again, efficiency is the key word when we're talking about a lot of air roll movements. You don't want to be doing too much. That is something I learned with time as well. I have definitely dialed back on my air roll usage. I found myself holding the button down too much and it was slowing me down in game quite a bit. And if you find yourself doing that, well, I'm glad I was here to remind you to kind of dial back on your air roll left or right button pressing. So now we're going to talk about coming off the wall. This is another very important tip that I see a lot of people have commented in the past and continue to talk to me on Twitch. And that's kind of making yourself not as... Sorry, let me correct myself. That is making yourself as little... Oh my goodness, I can't even speak. Making yourself not awkward. There we go. Holy smokes, I can barely even speak right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I apologize for that. I'm going to keep that in just because I'm going to show you guys that even I make mistakes. As freaking awesome as I am. I don't mean that at all. Anyways, talking about coming off the wall. Don't make yourself awkward. Less air roll can be more. For example, if you're coming off the wall on this side, obviously with me, air roll left, the right wall can be a little bit awkward because I'm having to air roll all the way around right there to get my car pointed back in the forward motion. So sometimes you can do this. I can use air roll to get my car going like that. As you can see, I'm using square. But if you want to just use directional air roll here, don't air roll too soon. Give yourself that second off the wall to kind of let your car, be fully in the air. Because if you air roll too soon, you're going to make yourself maybe clip the car or clip the wall with your car. And then you're going to be tumbling to the ground. It could be awkward. It's a whole ordeal, a whole mess. Of course, you want to be doing that. And that's for the right wall. Again, this is going to be opposite for air roll right. But the left wall is a little bit more comfortable. I don't have to use that air roll to get my car pointed in the forward direction because I can just press air roll left and I'm good to go. So this is a lot less awkward coming off this wall. And if you have air roll left and right bound, you can use both to come off either wall and make it even easier for yourself if that's the route you're choosing to take. But same tips apply. Don't air roll too soon. Give yourself that second to come off the wall and then control your car with directional air roll. Make sure you're fully off the wall. You don't want to be clipping the wall with your car, so on and so forth. Sometimes if you hold down air roll too soon, you can find your car like suctioned to the wall. I don't know if you guys have ever had that experience, or if you have, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Holding down air roll too soon can be a reason you don't get off the wall fast enough, and you can find yourself missing out on a redirect or something. And it's definitely not a Pog Champion moment. I'm trying to launch ball, start dribble, pass ball, okay. And you can just sit in free play and pass the ball to yourself off the wall and practice touches like this. You know, hit the ball, knock it around, come off the wall. And again, less air roll can be more. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. And I wanted to close out this video of the more intermediate to advanced training techniques and point you guys back to pillars, back to this map that you were doing the basic training on, and let you guys know that there is a way to make this map more advanced and give yourself even more of a challenge. And that is go around this map, but be constantly boosting and constantly air rolling. Use your boost to kind of slow yourself when you're going around these walls. And if you can control your air roll and your boost, like right now, as you can see with the controller input, I'm literally not letting go of the boost or the air roll button. If you can control your car like this while holding down air roll and boost the whole time, you are going to, I would definitely say you can consider yourself an at least intermediate, maybe even advanced directional air roll user. And it's going to take a while to get to this point. Trust me, it's taken me a while to get to the point where I can hold down boost and air roll at the same time the entire time I'm doing this map and doing a drill like this. But it all comes with car control, comes with time, understanding your car, understanding the nose part, like I said, pointing your nose in that direction, and oh my goodness. Oh, I messed up after a bit. But yeah, understanding the nose and making the proper adjustments with the tornado spins to get your car back in control. And like I said, it's good to practice like this. It's good to make it more awkward for yourself and harder for yourself than it would in game. But just know, this is just for learning how to control your car and learning how to make it as hard for yourself as possible. You want to be efficient. You know, in game, it's going to be more like this. You're going to be wanting to, you know, feather your boost and kind of turn your car and not air roll as much, going around controlling your car. But if you're able to hold down air roll and hold down boost the whole time, you're obviously going to be able to use air roll less, and it just makes sense. So yeah, practice harder than you play is something that, you know, that's a tip and trick that I've done for myself ever since the days I played soccer and was, you know, an actual physical athlete, not a digital athlete. But yeah, I hope this video found you guys well. I hope there was at least a tip or trick or something I said that maybe clicked something in your brain. Hopefully it did. I, of course, am making these videos to consolidate multiple ideas and try to explain things in a way I haven't, or in a new way, whatever, that I might not necessarily done in the past. So yeah, next video I think we'll do, I'm going to make a video all on mechanics. Well, I'll talk about exactly what I'm doing when I double tap, air dribble, and flip reset. I think that can be a helpful video. Another video will be talking about, you know, using air roll in conjunction with directional air roll and what I do specifically with air roll. I have a video on my channel already about that, but I figured it'd be good to include that in the air roll chronicles. But other than that, I don't know how much more I'm going to be continuing the video series. I think I'll just leave it open in case there's a new idea or you guys have some comments about something I should add. But if I already am adding an idea or talking about, whether it's the air roll or the specific mechanics, then I guess we're good to go. But yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you have a great day, night, or afternoon, morning, whatever time it is for you. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Until then, peace.